Remember that fake news site, the CNN or something like that, the Clinton News Network, the Counterfeit News Network, who fakes so many things you can't tell what they're saying is real or not? Remember Nicholas Sandman and the Covington Catholic kids and all the lies and the defamation that they spewed all over them to the point where they had to settle out of court for a large sum for mistreating a bunch of kids on air? Well, they're gloating about Alex Jones being acquired by the Onion News Network. But stay tuned because there is a twist in this.
New this morning, the satirical news site The Onion has just won an auction to acquire the media outlet Infowars. Right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. The Onion's bid was backed by the families of 8 victims of the Sandy Hook school shooting, the very people that Jones defamed. And now Alex Jones is...
You notice how they always talk about Alex Jones, right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. What if we said the propaganda arm for the military-industrial complex, CNN? I mean, we could rightly say that, couldn't we?
Bonding on social media.
The Connecticut Democrats with the Onion newspaper bought us. They asked, did they outbid? They said, well, it was competitive. So they changed all the bidding rules, made it secret 2 days ago. I had a bad feeling I told you that. And just like they tried to shut us down back in late May without a court order, they're supposed to have a court order. There's going to be injunctions filed. I'm about to go live out of Harrison's American Journal studio. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be here until they come in here and turn the lights off.
Joining us now, CNN Chief Media Analyst Brian Stelter. Brian, how did this go down? This is a pretty stunning development.
It's both hilarious and also very serious, Jim. For those who don't know, The Onion, this is the print newspaper of The Onion. The Onion's a longtime comedy brand, a satire brand, making fun of real news. The Onion was fake news before that slogan ever erupted in our politics. Here's an example from The Onion paper, Jim. Trump launches his own brand of voting machines. Like, that's the kind of humor The Onion is known for. But they're doing something very serious here. They were able to bid for the Infowars media empire. Infowars, of course, a very different kind of fake news. Infowars and Alex Jones, he's all about fear of immigrants, fear of Democrats, fear of government. He is a disinformation artist, and it was his defaming of the Sandy.
The premier disinformation artist and misinformation artists are calling Alex Jones a disinformation artist. Remember, we can't get into wars. Remember all the wars that we got into, Desert Storm, and all the wars we've been getting into since 1980, since CNN came online? We get into wars through misinformation and disinformation of fake stream CIA infiltrated Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra Media, where they actually foment an appetite for war in the American people by initiating these fear-based campaigns. So it's hilarious to listen to Brian Stelter talk about somebody else spewing disinformation.
Hook families that caused all of this to happen. It was that lawsuit. It was that $1.5 billion judgment against Jones that sent this to auction. And as of today, a judge has ruled that The Onion, a satirical news website, gets to own all of the Infowars assets. So
But wait, there's more, because Alex Jones just posted today. He said Infowars sale to The Onion never happened. I'm back broadcasting from the Infowars studios. We did a live show last night from our recaptured headquarters. Watch the historic broadcast below. This is a huge scandal. MSM is still falsely reporting that The Onion is the new owner. And one of those reporters, one of those outlets is CNN. Listen to this.
Speak, Jim, Infowars.com. The website's already been taken down. And
the Infowars website has already been taken down. Oh, look at this. Look at this. The Infowars website is up. Let me just go ahead and refresh the page for you. Refreshing the page. Look at that. Infowars is still up and they're still reporting. Very, very interesting. It's still a live website with clickable links. Here, I'll click on this one right here. Now look at that. Look at that. Infowars is still up, but Brian Stelter says that Infowars is down.
Assets. So as we speak, Jim, Infowars.com, the website's already been taken down. And now the new owners, whether they use it for comedy or they use it for advocacy, we're going to find out in the months to come.
Fascinating, especially after Alex Jones caused so much pain for the families of the Sandy Hook victims, defaming them. Just
how much pain have you caused, Acosta? How about you, Stelter? How much pain have you at CNN caused through all your lies, through all your defamation?
Putting them through hell. A lot of people are seeing,
And that's why,
some justice here.
By the way, if you're watching this video, leave a list below of all the defamations and the lies that CNN, ABC, CBS, NBC have told. Just make a list of them, and maybe I'll do a video on it soon.
this is another example of the courts bringing real punishment for defamation. Jim, you and I have been covering this for a few years now. We've seen how it's really only the courts that are able to bring justice to the big liars out there promoting big lies. And Alex Jones, in some ways, was the biggest one of them all. Look, he's going to set up shop somewhere else. He's vowing to fight on. He has allies like Steve Bannon. They're going to help him do it. But the Onion was able to partner with the Sandy Hook families, and they've actually struck an advertising deal with the gun control group, Every Town for Gun Safety. So they're trying to do some good, take out of all the damage that Alex Jones caused, Jim.
Yeah, right. They're trying to do some good. Let's check this out. Watch this. CNN settles lawsuit with Nick Sandmann stemming from viral video controversy. CNN has settled a lawsuit with a Kentucky high school student who's at the center of a viral controversy. No other details were immediately released. An attorney for the student, Nicholas Sandmann, did not immediately respond to questions for comment. Yes, we settled with CNN. The settlement will allow CNN to avoid a lengthy and potentially unpredictable trial. Sandmann sought $275 million in damages in the lawsuit against CNN last March. Why? Because CNN did nothing but lie about him and his fellow classmates. But wait, there's more. This is how CBS is handling this.
This morning, the parody news outlet The Onion says it is the owner of the conspiracy theorist site Infowars. But in a twist, a judge has put the sale of Alex Jones' site on hold while he investigates how the auction was conducted. Jones' website was sold after a court ordered him to pay $1 billion penalty, more than $1 billion, in fact, to victims' families from the Sandy Hook school massacre, an event that Jones had been saying never happened. Lily Luciano spoke with The Onion CEO about turning tragedy into a laughing matter.
In a stunning outcome that played like parody, satirical publication The Onion won the bid for Alex Jones' Infowars platform at bankruptcy auction Thursday.
Is that a joke?
Good question. It is somehow not a joke. When we first looked,
According to Alex Jones, it's a joke. Look what this judge says right here. Judge blocks The Onion bid for Alex Jones' Infowars to review bankruptcy auction. Says a federal bankruptcy judge put The Onion's winning bid for Alex Jones' Infowars media platform on pause to further review the bankruptcy auction process after Jones and his lawyers claimed the auction was improperly conducted. The satirical website announced Thursday it had purchased the conspiracy theory brand. The move was meant as a hilarious joke, said the parent company. The Onion planned to launch the rebranded Infowars in January. Before the acquisition can move forward, Houston Judge Christopher Lopez ordered a court hearing for next week to review how the bankruptcy auction played out. And Lopez said, we're all going to an evidentiary hearing, and I'm going to figure out exactly what happened. No one should feel comfortable with the results of this auction. No one should feel comfortable with the results of this auction, according to the judge. The bid appeared to be a culmination of Jones's legal saga in which he filed for bankruptcy in 2022 after he was handed a $1.5 billion defamation lawsuit. And down here, I just want to read, Jones posted on X what we just read. Infowars sale to Onion never happened. I'm back broadcasting from the Infowars studios. Back to CBS.
looked into this, we were like, wouldn't it be funny if we bought Infowars? Wouldn't that be the funniest thing that ever happened?
Ben Collins is the CEO of the satire news site, which often spoofed Jones and his conspiracy theories.
What are you going to do with it?
We're going to make it into a bigger and better thing. We want in a couple of years for people to be like, oh, Infowars, that funny website, instead of like that horrible place of, Funhouse Mirror horrors that existed for the couple decades before it.
It sounds like you're tackling an empire of fear with comedians.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Completely fake, with actors.
For years, Jones has said that the 2012 Sandy Hook elementary shooting, which left 20 children and 6 adults dead, was fake. He was forced to sell off Infowars in order to pay the $1.4 billion he owes Sandy Hook families after a defamation judgment.
You do know that what this is, right? This is not justice against Alex Jones for these parents. This is an attack on the First Amendment. This is an attack on anybody who would dare to air their opinions and publicize their opinions online. You know, you can listen to what fake stream CIA infiltrated Operation MK Ultra Media says, and you can choose not to believe it, and you can report the way you see it. See, what they did right here was, oh, Alex Jones, you can't have an opinion. And this isn't just, this is projection beyond Alex Jones. This is you who have a YouTube channel, you who have a social media presence. You can't have an opinion, because if you have an opinion that's different from the mainstream narrative, we're going to take you to court and we're going to take all your stuff.
Years ago for those false claims. Late last night,
that's in my opinion.
Jones claimed the sale had not gone through.
The Onion's just the fake owner.
What's the likelihood that Alex Jones would continue talking about Sandy Hook?
Alex Jones has to decide what he wants. But if he wants to talk about Sandy Hook and defame the people that he spent years defaming, we'll be right there to hold him accountable.
Some Connecticut family members of the victims who were plaintiffs in the suit waived part of the money Jones owed them to help with the sale, and said the Onion's takeover of Infowars felt like accountability, including Robbie Parker, the father of 6-year-old victim Emily Parker.
It's been a very long road, and to finally get to a place where we feel like some justice is being served.
Does anybody remember Robbie?
And some accountability is being forced onto Alex Jones is exactly what we set out to do in the first place.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Lilia Luciano.
So let's see what they say. I haven't heard this.
Well, there's some poetic justice there, right?
Yeah.
The families in a court of law won a judgment from Alex Jones, and they're going to use some of that money to take away the website that he was using, the platform he was using to defame them.
It is, but there's apparently a hearing next week because a judge has to decide whether the auction was carried out in the right way. So there's more to this story. But one of the big questions is how much the Onion was able to purchase Infowars. Nobody knows, but the Onion, in their press release in true Onion fashion, said it was less than $1 trillion. So that.
Well, let's see. There is some gauge, because it says right here in this article, and this is from the National Review. It says there were 2 bidders that wanted to buy Infowars this week: The Onion and a company affiliated with Jones, First United American Companies. The latter, that's First United American, offered to pay $3.5 million, while the former's bid, that's The Onion's bid, was lower but remains undisclosed. And it was all done in secrecy. This is all really, really weird. If The Onion came in lower, then why wouldn't they give it to First Union Companies? Is that because it was affiliated with Jones? And how much did Onion pay for it? And where did Onion get the money to pay for it? Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. What do you think is going on here? I will see you in the next video.